going, everybody? Thank you for watching another video. So finally another 1911 review. This is my favorite pistol, or at least one of my favorite pistols of all time. And it's been a hot minute since I've had one of these under the camera, and I'm so excited to review this one from Tisas, being brought in by SDS Imports, just continuously providing high quality 1911s for budget pricing. And the big deal about this one is this is that A1 GI model, but it's not chambered in 45 ACP. It's chambered in 9mm. And for those of us that are suffering through this ammo crisis, this could be the answer. Let's have a closer look. Okay, look, normally I don't show the cases that the guns come in, but that is a good looking case there. You know, nowadays where companies are just giving out cardboard boxes, this one is lockable. The latches seem really sturdy. Nice swivel handle. And I know this doesn't have an IPX rating, but they say it's waterproof. There's a gasket right here that sits down into this area. Of course, you have your cleaning brush. They give you two 9-round mech gar magazines. And they even get you a bushing wrench. Check that out. Alright guys, this is taking me back to when I first started my channel and I was doing all my arms core reviews and all my Tisas reviews, and people were like, those 1911s are garbage, they'll never be any good, it's not as good as a Colt or a Springfield. Look at how beautiful and simplistic this is. No extras, just simple gray parkerizing. Nothing on this side, just small, very small serial number on this side. Even when you flip it around to the other side, it's just model 1911 A1 US Army. Just so classic looking. Next up, let's run through some of the changes they made to the 1911 for military adoption, right around the 1920s. Starting off with the mainspring housing area right here. You can see that it's curved, a little bit arched. Regular 1911 is going to be flat. Then, of course, if you look right around to this area, you have your lanyard loop. You're not going to see a lot of competition 1911s with that on there. But for the soldiers back in the day, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's still some guys running around on horses or motorcycles. If they lost control over the pistol, they could always yank on that lanyard to get control back over the pistol. Something else to point out is when they went to the military, they lost the double diamond wood grip panels and they went to polymer. Alright, we're going to follow this back strap right up here to the grip safety, and what they did for the military A1 model is they extended this tang area out here just a little bit. Now this is not necessarily a beaver tail because beaver tails come up like this, but what they were having issues with is as people were shooting and the slide was coming back like this, it was ramming the hammer into people's hands and they were getting slide bites. So by extending that tang, they solved that issue. And they also widened the hammer this way, and they put more texturing on the hammer. So maybe if you were fighting in cold weather and wearing gloves, it made it easier to cock that hammer back. Let me swing this around just a little bit so you can see the sights. Not really a huge improvement from the older 1911 model, but I mean, just look at that. There's really not much to that at all. The rear here is a dovetail, so if you wanted to drift them off, you can. If you wanted to change the front sight, you basically have to break this off and punch the post through, and then they have a special tool that will stake it in there. So not as easy as replacing the rear. Give you one more look at that. Let me see if you guys can see that familiar 1911 puff of lubricant. Yeah, not really. No such thing as ambi safeties, just one on this side. Okay, nothing on that side. So incredibly basic, right? You got nothing over here as far as texturing or jimping on the front strap here. No fancy pick rail, no front cocking serrations. Just so simple. They did put cuts out here in the front, on the left, and on the right side. And the big difference for me is look how incredibly short this trigger is. That's how you know you're looking at an A1 trigger, because normal 1911 triggers come way out there. This one is so incredibly short. So incredibly short. Let's have a look at that trigger pull. You know, before doing that, just real quick. So here's my CZ. None of these are loaded. But the CZ P10C unloaded coming in at 1 pound, 10.3 ounces. Let's see how much this guy weighs. Yowza! 2 pounds, 8.1 ounces. That right there, guys, is almost a kettlebell workout. All right, let me show you how this trigger looks underneath the camera here. So I got the hammer cocked back there. There's a look at the take up. There's nothing there, and you just pull. Reset? What reset? Right there, goes back on it. I'll do it one more time. Here's the reset. That is a short reset. Okay, I'll do it from cocking the hammer again. Okay, here. Bang, slide would go back. It would cock. Here's the reset. And back on it. All right, let's measure it. All right, let's check out the first pull here. Right in the middle there, and pull straight back. And, ooh, 5 pounds, 3 ounces. Oh, I thought it was going to be a little bit heavier than that. There we go, 5 pounds, 13.5 ounces. That's more of where I thought it was going to be. We'll do one more. Coming in at 5 pounds, 11 ounces. That's pretty much where you want it for a combat trigger. Alright, I got it field stripped. At this time, I just want to point out that the slide, the frame, and the barrel are all hammer forged. The last time I put a Tisas video, people were like, oh, that thing is rubbish. It's cast. Now, frame and slide forged. On here it doesn't say the barrel is, but the barrel is hammer forged. Also, Series 70 internals, and we can verify that by first checking out the frame right down here. If it was Series 80, there would be a lifter arm right here. And what that does is, as you pull the trigger, the lifter arm would come up, and there would be a plunger right here in that area that would push in. And what that does is, it pushes in and it releases the firing pin. Now, a lot of competition shooters don't like that extra point of friction, so they prefer Series 70, and that's totally verified there. And of course, being true to the A1, this is a A1 guide rod length. It's not full length that you see in some of the newer 1911s. I don't know, some people like it, some people don't like it. I never really noticed a difference between either of them. But that's everything broken down there. Remember, forged, forged, forged. Well, alright guys, this has been your close-up look at the Tisas 1911 A1 US Army chambered in 9mm. Make sure you check out the next video in this series where I take you through the field test. But I already know this is going to shoot like a champion. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.